Hi, it's me, Donna Heifel, and welcome to Corplite TV. As you know, if you've been watching, we've had a series of workshops on how to help people perform more effectively. And today, I'm not on a deck, I'm not in a car, I'm back in the studio. The good news is, for those of you who are thinking, it's a little echoey when she talks, we've got a new studio coming up August 1st that we're going to be broadcasting from, so we're very excited about that. But today we're going to keep with our series on performance and talk about hopeful selling. And for those of you that say, I don't need to listen to this, I'm not a salesperson, anybody who influences anybody else, and I don't care if you influence a friend to go see a movie you want to see rather than the movie they want to see, you sell. So I think you should listen to this, because in this tough economy, one thing that I'm really noticing from people walking through our doors and from going out and talking to people who are in sales or just people on the streets, people are really down. And I've asked so many salespeople who have come through our doors to influence us, I'll say, how are you today? And they say, terrible, awful, don't want to be here, tired, hot, the company's making me do this. And I am not exaggerating when I say 90% of the people that have come through our door are giving us responses like that. And so of course I'm thinking, how can I help these people be a little bit more motivated? Because right now, everybody's down. So if you want to really differentiate yourself, if you want to shine, be associated with being upbeat. Be associated with being hopeful. And for those of you leading sales teams or service teams or any team, I'm going to help you today with 3 ways that you can help people be more hopeful in their sales. First of all, focus on today's controllables. You cannot help your third cousin once removed that's in San Francisco that desperately needs a job. You can't help them find a job. If you can, great, do it, but if you can't, you've got to let that go. You can't go up to the White House and say, here are my ideas on the economy, and change it. There are certain things you can't control. You probably can't control the budget of your company unless you have a small company. The fact is, you've got to let those things go. And when I say let them go, don't get in conversation about them with people. Don't get in the hallway and have people say, can you believe what the company's doing, and get pulled into that. Because when that happens, then you feel out of control. And when people feel out of control, it's very hard to influence when you feel you're not in control yourself. So do what they used to do in Zorro. Zorro had this thing called circle of control. And the circle of control is the area around you that you impact, that you can make a difference in. Determine what that circle of control is and do it better than anybody. But don't worry about everything else, because it will rob you of that circle of control, because you will get so dispersed in your angst that you won't be able to do anything effective. So first of all, focus on today's controllables. Second of all, help people plan for tomorrow. Now, I know there's a reality about what needs to be done today, but I'm hearing a lot of leaders in corporate America saying to their people things like, well, you know, it's tough out there and the company's really struggling and you've got to hit your numbers, and if you don't hit your numbers, then, you know, our entire group may go down and it has to be done. I can't emphasize this enough. You never strengthen people to sell more with negatives. The only thing that you do is bring their energy down. I used to do this activity where people would stand in front of each other and they'd hold their arms out, and I would say, try to push your partner's arm down, but first, before you do that, I would read a list of very, very negative words. And the partner would then go to push that person's arms down. Every time, well, not every time, but like 85% of the time, the person's arm would just drop. There would be no resistance. Then we would do the same exercise, flip partners, and I would read a bunch of positive things, and the person would actually have the strength to resist. So you've got to help people plan for tomorrow. I don't care if you do a 30-minute weekly meeting of, let's plan for what we're going to do when the economy gets better. As an individual, if there's something you've always wanted to do and things have slowed down, if it's just reading a book a week, find something that you can do within your economic limits that can prepare you for tomorrow. Samuel Johnson said a long, long time ago, human beings live from hope to hope. We've got to give people hope and something to reach for. And finally, redefine your currency. What does that mean? If you have a sales team and you're constantly putting the numbers up there, and I know the numbers are the reality and they're what you need to hit, but redefine the currency for a while. Say our currency this week is the number of prospects you're calling. Our currency this week is the number of prospects you're converting into customers. And just redefine how they can succeed, because if they used to have certain numbers up on that board and they've dropped by 30%, I don't care how much they increase, they're not going to feel inspired by that. that. So give them something that they can really work on and see improvement and challenge each other on. And that will make them feel better about what they're doing. So 3 very simple things. Number 1, today's controllable. Do your circle of control. Number 2, plan for tomorrow. Number 3, redefine your currency. 3 simple things. I know it's not simple times, but do the best that you can to provide hope, because that's what gives people the energy to sell and to do their job in a way that differentiates them. That's our workshop for today. I'm so glad you were here. This is Donna Heifel, Corplite TV. Remember, we believe in the people side of performance. Thank you, and I'll see you next week.